Hello and welcome to this episode of Microchips. In this episode we are looking at a Harrier WT2 Handheld CB radio that I got off eBay, with the fault listed that the antenna was broken, and as you can see the antenna is most definitely broken. It cost me £25 and a little bit of postage, so sold as spares or repairs. Comes with 2 dummy batteries and some pictures showing a case. So anyway, let's have a look at it. And here it is, in a bit of a battered case. I've already taken the strap off it because I didn't want it ripping it any further. So let's take it out of the case. And have a closer look. It doesn't look in too bad condition. A little bit dirty, but that can easily be fixed. No cracks in the case. A little bit scratched at the top. And a very broken aerial. Let's have a look inside the battery compartment. And there we have the 2 dummy batteries, and there doesn't seem to be any corrosion, so that's a good sign. A little bit dirty in there, but dirt we can remove. Corrosion is a different thing, but there's no corrosion in there, so happy about that. So let's take the back off and have a look at the insides. Still held together with double-sided tape at the top. And the insides look pretty immaculate, so that's good. A closer look at the board. Everything looks nice. Nothing looks like it's been tampered with. Everything looks quite original to me. So let's give it a test. And the volume button doesn't seem to be working very well. I'm not sure whether that's an actual fault or whether it's just a dirty volume control. It does come on sometimes. It is very, very, very crackly. And it's transmitting. I couldn't actually work out whether it was actual dry joint or whether it was the volume control that was an issue here. As you can hear, it does come on when it feels like it. So it is receiving. and you can hear it on my other radio, that it's actually transmitting. So most things seem to work. So let's remove the top section. Nothing that's a good clean up won't sort out. Desolder the battery compartment and the antenna. Because that antenna will not be staying in as it's broken. So we'll put that to one side. Carry on looking at the actual radio itself. See if we can find out where this audio problem lives. It does work sometimes. Just can't put my finger on whether it's an actual dry joint or whether it's a dirty control. So let's investigate a bit further. So we'll lift the main board out. See if we can see any loose connections or anything on the bottom of the board. Gently push the signal meter through, and everything looks okay on the bottom of the board. So I do actually give the circuitry around the FM side of it a good look at under my eye loop to see if I could see any bad connections, but I couldn't see any bad connections. The connections for the volume controller at the top, connected via wires. So I think it's just dirty. So we'll start by unsoldering the antenna wire, because we will need a longer one. Which we have here. So we'll solder this into place. There we go, easy as that. Seeing I'm not convinced that it's underneath the board that this problem lies, we'll put it all back together. and a little metal bracket for the rear of the S meter. Let's try the easy fix first. I don't have any switch cleaner, but what I've done is I've got some WD-40, put it on a cotton bud. I'm just gently putting it into the back of the variable resistor that is the volume control, and we'll work that in. Turn it fully the other way, drop some more in. Should be enough. Just soaking the cotton bud and then letting it go into the back of the variable resistor. Okay, let's give that a try after we've worked it in. And there we have it. That's a marked improvement. All the crackling's gone and the volume control works as it should do. So I think we have a fix there. So let's remove the broken aerial. As we'll not be needing that anymore. This is just glued in, so it should just pop out. There we go. One broken aerial. Whilst it's in this position, we'll give it a quick clean. That looks a lot better. Now let's pay our attention to this top section. So first off, like always, give it a clean. Get the paintbrush into those grooves, get the dirt out. We'll do the front of the radio later. There, looks better already. So what are we going to do with this? Well, the plan is to fit a BNC onto the top of this, so then we can fit different types of antennas onto it. I know there's a antenna that comes off the Midland set that will work, plus there's a few others on eBay that should work as well. But seeing as we're not going to find an original antenna, this will have to do. And after a little bit of fiddling, there it is installed. Nice and tight, but just to make sure that it doesn't come loose, we're going to drop some B7000 over the thread and onto the nut. and then we'll leave it to set. This should hopefully stop it coming loose. And if we do ever need to remove it, it should come away. So, I think that's nicely glued. So whilst we wait for that, we'll give the back a clean. Cleans up quite nicely. Not too bad. This is after an hour now, so the glue is nicely set. So let's tin the center connection. Before we put it all back together, we'll neatly route the cable alongside the other coaxial cables that are in there. Hopefully it won't cause any trouble. If anybody ever opens this radio, at least they can see some care has been taken. Yeah, not too bad. Leave a little bit of slack at the top. Remove any excess. I think we're ready to reassemble it all. So first things, tin the end of the wire. Then let's connect it onto our new BNC socket. Being careful not to burn the plastic or myself. And there we go. A nice tidy solder joint. Everything fits quite nicely. But what we'll do before we finally put it together, we'll refresh the double-sided tape that was on the front. We'll just fold over the excess to the rear, just like the original manufacturers had done. That should hold the top part on. Refit the external antenna connection. Tidy the wire up a little bit. And there we have it, nice and neat. So we'll put a little bit of double-sided tape on the rear as well, just to match what the manufacturers had done. Now let's reconnect the battery terminals. A bit of fresh solder on them. That wire's just not long enough. There we go, soldered in place. Quick function test. It's all still working good. Yep, all still working good. Quick check on channel 40. Yep, all working good. So we've reassembled the back, put the screw back in. Now it's time to give the radio a good clean. So again, bit of foam cleaner, a nice soft bristle brush, get into all the plastic lines. Remove all the years of dirt. Little bit of care like this makes the radio look a lot better. And finally, they're drying it off. There it is, mostly done. And for me, it looks a lot better. Again, considering this radio was a little bit in a bad way, it doesn't look too bad at all now. So we'll refit the dummy batteries, close the battery compartment, and there we have it. A fully working Harrier WT2. This antenna is one of the ones off eBay for about £6 or £7 from China. Not actually tested how good it is, but there seems to be plenty of coils, seems to be centre loaded. We could always get one of the Midland Allen antennas if we really needed to put on top of this. And there we have it. Another radio saved and slightly modified. But anyway, thank you for watching this episode. And don't forget to like, subscribe if you like what you see. And once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.